All right, everybody, welcome back. Today we're here with Bayjones31. Thanks again for coming, for having us here, at least for the interview.
You got it.
Well, before the break, we were talking about, first time. Well, we'll go with the first time girlfriend. Had a couple questions about that. How would you sum her up, this girl? How long did y'all date? Off and on.
Off and on for about 3.5 years. You can almost say 4, but it is really 3.5 off and on.
Was it pretty great?
Sometimes. I mean, we had some peaks and valleys. Lots of valleys.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Paint a picture, just kind of describe this girl to us so we can kind of get an idea of who she is.
Just your typical kind of country she's just really a small town girl, not real bright. She was semi-attractive. I mean,
you mean attractive, like as if in a semi had hit her, or sort of cute?
Well, sir, that's being kind of rough there.
Well, just asking.
She was cute. I mean, cute enough for Bay Jones. I'm easily impressed. I really am, and if I like somebody, I'm going for it.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So, off and on, you said there were several valleys. Tell us about a couple of them. Like, what's some of the lowest points? I mean, what have happened?
Well, let's just say she cheated on me a couple of dozen times. More than I can recount. I had to kick her out of my apartment several times.
Yeah, I reached out to her for a couple of questions regarding this interview. The only thing and only comment she had to say about this was, "You're a dick."
It sounds like something she would say.
I've also heard that there may have been a time that you were actually arrested and taken to jail because of her.
Yeah, well, there was one occasion where I was arrested based on her, and there was a lot of times where the cops were called on me because of the way she felt about the situation. I mean, this girl just went psycho on me sometimes, and she always called me the psycho, but of course I am kind of psycho, but
really
not her kind of psycho.
Well, I actually had a question about that. I'd heard, one of the fights that you had, you were living in an apartment, she tried to leave, and, I understand she drove a small pickup and always drove around with the tailgate down. I'm under the impression that, she'd get better gas mileage. Well, apparently, y'all were arguing, and she tries to leave. You were trying to prevent her from leaving, so you climbed in the bed of the truck, and I understand that you were trying to close the tailgate while moving in the vehicle. Explain what you were thinking to me there.
I didn't want to die.
So you didn't want to die, so you jumped in the back of a moving vehicle.
Well,
why'd you jump in there in the first place? Seems like your chance of survival would be better just to stay off of it.
Well,
and let her leave.
I had to get my girl. I was in love with her. I didn't want her to leave. I wanted to talk to her. I wanted to, do the whole "hey baby" thing. Please don't leave. I love you.
So instead, she's in the vehicle with the windows rolled up, and you dive in the back.
Yeah.
And are you trying to talk to her through like a back window, or are you just? Because I was under the impression that you sat in the back of the truck with she had the emergency flashers on, and you just sat there until the police arrived. Is that correct?
Yeah, and top things off, I was shirtless. So.
What time of year was it?
It was I think it was in the middle of summer.
Okay, so not too cold out.
Yeah.
When the cops showed up, what happened?
It was like out of the movie, like seeing these shows where the boyfriend's the girlfriend's just going crazy trying to leave, and the guy's trying to talk to her, but then the cops show up and they were really scared. They thought something bad was happening. They drew their guns on me and had their spotlight on me and told me to get out of the truck. put your hands up, sir. You know, all that good stuff.
Did they call you sir?
No, not sir.
So they had their guns on you. What did you say? Fuck the police or anything?
I was scared shitless, dude. I couldn't even think of what to do.
Did you go to jail that night?
No. They just gave me a warning and told me to stay away from her.
Did you?
For a little while.
What's a little while?
Probably about a week or so.
A week, and then you're like, hey, I'm going to date you again. We'll get back together. Maybe the cops will shoot me next time. Is that right?
Yeah, that's probably what I thought.
Somebody told me regarding this girl when y'all were dating, I understand you were under, limited income. You weren't bringing home too much, enough to probably support just yourself.
Yeah.
Make it by. Somebody told me that you ate 1 cup of ramen noodles a day. 1 cup of ramen a day so you could save your money to please her. What were you buying with the money that you were saving?
Basically, this girl, she's obsessed with hair. Like, that's all she cared about was hair. So I was basically spending my whole...
Shampoos, conditioner.
Yeah, not really that. She wanted long hair, and she'd buy these hair extensions at these hair places and clip-ins to make her hair look longer.
Was it worth it?
Uh,
If you could do it all over again, would you eat 1 cup of ramen a day to buy hair extensions?
Well, if you put it like that, I mean, it doesn't seem worth it at all.
Yeah, it doesn't really. But at least you were, on a man's point of view, you were getting sex every day, right?
Yeah, well, she was good. I mean, she gave it up every day. I mean, I loved it.
Every day.
Well, yeah, pretty much. Well, I mean, it wasn't all the time, all the way, but we had some good times.
Okay, understandable. Every man's dream, every day.
Oh yeah.
So, talking about that, like I said, you got some jail time about that. Have you ever been arrested any other times?
Yeah, once for a bad check.
A bad check? What'd you buy with a bad check?
I bought a pizza.
Just one pizza?
Yeah, it was like a Papa John's pizza for like $20, and the check bounced, and I never paid the fine or whatever. They came and picked me up on Valentine's Day for all times to get picked up by the police on Valentine's Day in my apartment with my girlfriend watching a movie. I even remember the movie that we were watching was The Wax House with
Paris Hilton. Yeah.
It was crazy. I couldn't believe that. I spent the night in jail. About 3 nights, and one of my good friends, he got me out of jail.
I actually had a question about that because I actually did reach out to that friend. I understand when you were bailed out, he said it was close to midnight, and he was the only person out in the waiting room of the jail. He said that you were actually quite pissed off at him when you exited, and were released.
Well, see, when you're in jail, you have this mentality of you gotta bow up, you gotta be strong. And
did you beat anybody's ass while you were in there?
Shoot, I came close. There was a few, dumbasses in there trying to blow some smoke at me. You can't back down. They can smell fear in there.
So you just kind of pumped your chest out and they backed down.
Shoot, they know what's up.
Yeah. You ever been in any fights?
Not recently. I mean, in grade school, I got in a couple.
Who was the last person you fought with, physically?
My cousin Jesse, probably.
How long ago was that?
It's about 17 years.
17 years, so quite a while. So you've never, been physically, sometimes you'll be arguing with, girlfriends or whatever. Never had that happen or anything like that? So why were you arrested for this girl?
Oh, yeah. I guess I could say that was a fight, but I wasn't trying to hurt her.
What'd you do?
I was just mad.
So the cops took you to jail because you were mad?
No, she lied to the police and told the police that I was trying to kill her,
But they didn't have any evidence of it?
No.
So they just arrested you?
There was no mark. Well, there was marks on me. She scratched the hell out of my face.
Now, from the police reports, they actually said that a male had called the cops.
Yeah.
Are you the one that called the cops?
Yeah.
And then you wind up getting arrested?
That was me. Yeah.
Wow.
I was worried. I was scared. I was bleeding from the face, and I wanted to get things taken care of. I wanted to see if she was all right. It was a scary, dramatic scene that night. I found out she was cheating on me, and I wanted to know why. And she wouldn't tell me, and she wanted to leave. And
What time of day was this?
it was 1 o'clock in the morning, 1:30 basically. We had just went and saw a late movie and came home, and I couldn't take it anymore. I was holding all that stuff in of how I found out what was happening. It was just, it's not fun. It's not a fun memory.
Yeah. You could say any time arguing and fighting with somebody ain't always going to be the best of times. Now, I just had one other question here for part 2 of the interview, and we're going to take a commercial break. This is about something that, we pulled from your Twitter account. On February 5th, in the early morning hours, you tweeted, "Challenge accepted." We later discussed this, you and I personally. And, it was kind of directed that, hey, the challenge is towards me. And I asked you, I said, Bayjones31, what happens if I win this challenge? And you looked at me, and I could see it in your eyes, and you put your head down, and you could see some emotion building up there, and you said, my life will be over. I'd be dead. Is the challenge over, and was there a winner? And what was the challenge?
It's not over. It's not over.
Okay.
And, I can't really go into great detail about what the challenge is. It's just, I want my life to turn out the way I want it to. I want to be content with who I am and happy with what's in my life and who's in my life. And I want that I want certain things to happen, and they haven't happened yet, but I'm working on it.
So, regarding this one person, because you and I both know there was one person that, was in mind when that tweet was sent out.
Yeah.
So obviously the challenge hasn't been over, or either you won because you're still here and you're giving this interview. So you would say that challenge is still going.
Yeah, definitely.
But you never told me how the other party wins the challenge.
Well, it's not really winning. It's me losing. I don't think I'll win, but what am I saying? I will win because I want to win. It's my life.
So there's this one thing, the main point of that tweet and the Twitter rant that happened between the early morning hours of February 4th and 5th, is that still around? That object of whatever it was being discussed?
Yeah.
So it's still possible with that exact thing, person, place, object, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's definitely possible.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break again. Thank you, Matt. We'll be right back here with you.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
All right. Yep. No problem.